Hey VC, it's Travis, back again with another recent finds video. Just wanted to do an update on some of the records I picked up yesterday. Me and my buddy Steve went digging in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. We stopped at a couple antique and thrift stores and one of the premier record stores of the area, Revival Records. So I don't get up there very often, but when I do, I try to make it worth it. So had a good day yesterday, a lot of fun. You may know Eau Claire from Justin Vernon of Bon Iver is actually from Eau Claire, Wisconsin. So I guess he's kind of a hometown hero of sorts. He's been getting quite a bit of attention for his music lately. So it's pretty cool having him put Eau Claire on the map. For good reasons. Anyway, a little bit about my friend Steve. He's been collecting for about a year and a half or so, and he's already built like a pretty impressive collection. And we have very similar tastes, and so it's very cool and fun to go digging and just being able to talk about records with him and stuff like that. So yeah, that's always fun. But I had to share this story with you, and I could not believe this. He was actually antique shopping here in town, and this is small town Black River Falls, population about 6,000 or so. So you just would not expect to find this here like at all, but just goes to show you can never stop digging. Anyway, he was antique shopping here in town, and he stumbled across a box of records, so naturally he looks through it. He let me take some pictures of it here so I can kind of edit into the video here. But he found Nico's Chelsea Girl, which you may know Nico from her work with the Velvet Underground. But Nico's Chelsea Girl on Verve Records, in its original shrink wrap, in its original inner sleeve, in near mint condition, and it's a promo copy. And he found this at this antique store for $1. You know that guy on the original RoboCop movie? Yeah, I would buy that for $1. Like, no questions asked. That just totally blew my mind. And in a way, I kind of wish I was, showing you guys my impressive score. I'm really happy for him and stuff, but man, that was just like slipped right through my fingers. It's like one of the stores I don't go to all the time, but man, just to find that here in town, it's just, I don't understand. I don't get it, but I just had to share that with you. Anyway, so let's get right into the digs here. So our first stop of the day was at an antique store. I think it was called Emporium Antiques. It was a very nice store. They had a lot of neat stuff in there, and it was really well organized. I kind of wish I had more time to kind of browse around some more and stuff, just to kind of look at it. But we had a whole list of different stores we wanted to go to, so just didn't have a lot of time to go browsing. But anyway, they didn't have a whole lot of LPs. They had quite a bit of 45s though, and I know a lot of you collectors, aren't really into the 45s. I dig them, so it was a real cool find. But they did have this LP, and I was pretty excited to find this. But it was Neil Young's Journey Through the Past original soundtrack. As far as I know, this is out of print. I don't think this is released on CD. So I mean, it's really kind of one of the rare items I guess Neil Young has. So. I've seen this before, but it always is really expensive. But this antique store pretty much had a deal. It was, I think it was $1.50 for anything that you buy individually, or you can get 5 items for $5 to make it $1 a piece. So, along with the 45s, I got this for a pretty good deal. But yeah, this is I haven't listened to this yet, but from my understanding, it's kind of just like outtakes and live recordings and whatnot from his early career with Buffalo Springfield and Crosby, Stills and Nash and Young and solo stuff here. But the gatefold is really neat. This, I've never opened this up before, but yeah, the gatefold here is really cool. It has all these pictures on the inside and the inner sleeves there. This is really kind of flimsy, so I don't want to show you too much here, but yeah, it's a journey through the past. And the inner sleeves, you know, of course, come out, and then it's hard to do this, you know. Yeah, I can't show you, but anyway, yeah, really neat packaging. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of it because it's so kind of flimsy and the records kind of just fall out through the bottom and stuff. But anyway, I'm pretty excited to give this a listen and add it to the Neil Young collection. One of the holes to fill here. So that was a cool find. And the records themselves were pretty dirty, but cleaned them up last night. It looks like it'll be just fine. So pretty excited about that. So then on to like the 45s here. I got a nice little stack of 45s I'll go through. It's hard to tell, I guess. It was kind of just a mixture of stuff, but they had a lot of good stuff, and Steve got a lot of cool things too. Some of them I already had and whatnot, but I'm not sure if this antique store was really that well organized where they had everything labeled, or if these 45s were actually part of like a jukebox or something at one point. I'm thinking that it probably was, just based on the labels and stuff on some of these, and just the condition and whatnot too, and whatnot. But anyway, first off, Aretha Franklin, Respect, backed with Dr. Feelgood, the original Atlantic label there. So kind of an essential single there. Next one here was Crosby, Stills and Nash and Young with Woodstock, backed with Helpless. Someone wrote their name on the label here. There's a piece of masking tape on top here. It reads 1970 to 74, round 2, 20 points, Woodstock. So I don't know if someone was playing some sort of game, like guess the song or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, not big fan of the, you know, graffiti and whatnot on the label, but it's a cool little single. This one was really neat. The Band, Up on Cripple Creek, and The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down, on the Purple Capitol label there. So, two great songs. This is Underground Records again. I showed one of these before, but this was must be made in Canada. It's Swinging Blue Jeans, Hippie Hippie Shake, and Good Golly Miss Molly. Kind of one of those bands, I think, kind of imitating the Beatles back in the day. But I like the Hippie Hippie Shake song. It's kind of fun. This one here is must be a reissue on Chess Records. It's High Heeled Sneakers by Tommy Tucker and Susie Q by Dale Hawkins. On that Chess Records that they did in the 80s, I believe. But I know these are so hard to see. The lighting isn't really working in my favor right now. But anyway, yeah, I thought that was a cool mix. I'm really getting into all those old Chess recordings and stuff. Picked up a lot of blues volumes 1 through 5 on Chess Records. Just a lot of neat old blues songs and stuff. Can't go wrong with that. This one was kind of just like, why not purchase, you know? It was Two Princes by the Spin Doctors, and backed with A Little Miss Can't Be Wrong. Just one of those songs from actually my childhood, which, you know, I hardly ever find on 45. But this is from 91. I always thought it was a lot later than that for some reason. But yeah, it's just one of those things, you know, you had to get. These next couple were kind of on these you know, oldies series or whatever. You know, I'm usually not a big fan of getting those, but you know, in some cases they're kind of nice to have, and usually they're in pretty good condition. So, but like this here, the Silver Spotlight series, Canned Heat Let's Work Together, backed with Going Up the Country. You know, two great songs back to back there. And like another one here, the Motown Yesteryear series. It's the Temptations, My Girl, and The Way You Make Me, The Way You Do the Things You Do, back to back. You know, again, just like classic R&B. I showed that in my favorite love songs video response I did a couple days ago. Here's another one from Crosby, Stills and Nash and Young, Ohio, backed with Long Time Gone by Crosby, Stills and Nash, I guess without Young. So, yeah, the Atlantic Oldies series. You know, it's just, whatever. This was a cool find. Of course, I showed this in my favorite 7-inch record collection. I have the original one, but this here was just a real nice clean copy of Shadows of Night, Gloria, backed with Dark Side. Just one of my favorite garage rock songs. And you know, this might be a bold statement, but I think I might even like this song better than the original, to be honest. I mean I love Van Morrison, I love them, but this song is just rock, so had to pick that up along with Sam and Dave. Hold On, I'm Coming, and I Thank You. Yeah, classic soul. Yeah, I dig that stuff. Hold On, I'm Coming is a really cool song. I really like that song. So those were my 45 finds of the day. You know, that was it was really fun looking through all those, and my friend Steve was just like going crazy in that store. He really likes his 45s too, and you know, he was just like going through a box. He's like, oh my gosh, so it was fun. But anyway, then after that, we were running around the corner to Revival Records. Now, yeah, this is a great store. They opened up a couple years ago. I think they've been open for maybe like 3 or 4 years now, and been kind of going to that store quite a bit, you know, since then. So it's really nice to have this store kind of nearby, I guess. Yeah, I always never fail to like find anything in this store. So it's really cool, and a nice friendly service, you know, and just a great selection overall. And he gets a lot of new stuff in that, you know, some other record stores don't carry and stuff sometimes. So really cool stuff. I found a lot of cool things. First one I found was this 10 years after, Cricklewood Green. Now this is some sort of repressing or reissue. I think it's from like the mid-70s or so. I think the original had a gatefold. Now this one doesn't, which is okay, I guess. I mean, it's in really nice condition, and yeah, it has the barcode up here and stuff. Have not listened to this yet, but I've heard a lot of good things about it, and so I'm really looking forward to that. Have their other album, yeah, that album is just killer. So really looking forward to listening to this though, and it's in real nice condition, so I'm really excited about that. So anyway, next one here is Eric Clapton, 461 Ocean Boulevard. Just to fill a hole in my Clapton collection. Yeah, a lot of good songs on here too. Willie and the Hand Jive, Get Ready, I Shot the Sheriff, Let It Grow. Nice gatefold. Back cover there. Let me go flip this record real quick. Hold on. Alright, next one is actually VC member Josh M. recently showed this, and so when I saw this for $3 at the record store, I just had to pick it up. It's Peter Gabriel's second album. I guess you can call it Scratch. I just love this album cover, man. That is just like badass looking. Gave this a listen last night, man. This is some good stuff. I really enjoy this album. I have his third album, the Melt one. So just thought I'd add that to the Peter Gabriel collection. Yeah, really enjoyed that. And now this next one, Shout out to Frederick from Sweden, who says that every man on earth must have Master of Puppets. So I went out and got myself some Master of Puppets, Metallica. This is on Elektra Records, and I asked the guy about this at the store, and he made it sound like it was kind of like an original. I know it wasn't brand new, so, but I'm not really familiar with like the different pressings and stuff, so I'm not. If someone could fill me in on that. But anyway, yeah, this probably one of my favorite Metallica albums. You know, so this was, you know, surprisingly was a nice price. I had to pick it up, but ties right in with my metal and hard rock video there. So new Metallica, really nice condition. I wish I had the inner sleeve, or inner sleeve. I just had kind of a poly sleeve, but whatever. Yeah, really happy to have that now too. And oh, speaking of heavy metal and whatnot, Lunacy 4 Steve did a video kind of spotlighting the Sword, and kind of got me talking about other bands that I thought he might like and stuff. So I just wanted to do a quick shout out and kind of show him a couple things here. This was the band I was talking to you about. It's Pearls and Brass, the Indian Tower. Now I think I looked up after the fact, after I talked to you, I looked up, I think this might be their only album, so I don't know what's going on with that, but you know, for fans of the Sword, I think this would be right up your alley. So check this out, Pearls and Brass, the Indian Tower. And also picked out Priestess, Hello Master. This one's probably a little bit more popular. They had a song on one of the Guitar Hero games, so that was pretty popular at the time. But this was kind of this is pretty heavy, but kind of more of a melodic and the singing and stuff. Not quite like prog rock or anything like that, but just some more like melodies and stuff like that. But yeah, check those out. Pearls and Brass and Priestess, if you're into kind of the newer heavy metal and the sounds of like the Sword and stuff like that. Anyway though, also at the record store, you know, I was talking to him about how I've been looking for this record for so long now, and I keep seeing it in the VC, and just like every time I see it, it just makes me like want it more. So I was telling him about how I want, you know, My Bloody Valentine, Loveless, on record, and I've been trying to score one on eBay for a while, and you know, now that they just released their new album, it's like everyone's going after their other ones now and stuff. So of course he didn't have it there. I wish he did, but I did find the CD there, so not going to add that to my CD collection. I guess that will hold me over until I can finally get my hands on a copy of the vinyl. But yeah, just a great album. You know, a lot of people have been talking about these guys because of their new album, but yeah, very cool. So after we left the record store, we went to a couple other thrift stores and antique shops. You know, we didn't really find a whole lot. I think Steve found a couple records at a Savers, which I guess is kind of like a Goodwill if you're not familiar with that. I don't know if they have locations all over or not, but he found a couple records there, but nothing I was real interested in. So after that, we went to a bookstore called BAM, Books A Million. I guess they're like the second largest bookseller in the country now. But there's a new location in Eau Claire, so we like to go there now too. They have a small little selection of you know, new sealed records, and they don't mark up the prices hardly at all, I don't think. So I mean, you know, like some other stores might. So it's kind of nice. They have some nice selection of jazz and blues and sometimes funk and stuff like that. So it's just very very cool to find those. Now, the first one I picked up though was Captain Beefheart, Safe as Milk. This, in my opinion, is a little bit more accessible than some of his later stuff. Been trying really hard to get into like the Trout Mask replica. To me, to my ears, it's kind of like an acquired taste. Like I really want to dig into it some more, but just haven't yet. But yeah, this kind of more of a conventional, and I use that lightly, blues rock. You know, really dig this album though. So, and the next one I got was Chocolate Watch Band, No Way Out. It's a garage classic. I haven't listened to this thing all the way through, but I did listen to the first side last night, and yeah, this is some good stuff. I was somewhat familiar with some of the songs from the Nuggets compilation again, so yeah, picking up a lot of different 60s garage rock in the last couple of weeks here. It's just been awesome. I just love all this stuff here. But yeah, kind of a almost like a Rolling Stones kind of feel, you know, to it in a way. But yeah, check that out if you haven't listened to that. So we left Eau Claire. When I got home, there was a package waiting for me, and it wasn't a VCLT, but it was something I had actually ordered earlier this month, and I finally got it, and real excited to have it now, and I've been meaning to share this with you, and I'm really glad I got it yesterday in time to make this video. But it's a new album from Foxygen, and it's called We Are the 21st Century Ambassadors of Peace and Magic. And this came out last month on Jaguar, and this is their second album. So, and this is just a solid sophomore release here. Foxygen is like an indie folk rock psychedelic duo. I believe they're from California, but yeah, they just have this real nostalgic sound to them. You know, as you're listening, there's kind of a certain like reference points or like tips of the hat to certain artists and bands and stuff. You know, everything from like the Beatles, Rolling Stones like Mick Jagger, Velvet Underground, Pink Floyd, Bob Dylan, T-Rex. Yeah, I mean, just all these different sounds kind of mixed together, and it just creates this real interesting. It doesn't. Some of the references are pretty subtle, you know, but it never sounds boring. Basically, I mean, it doesn't sound like they're directly ripping off anything or plagiarizing. At least not to like the extent of like Oasis and what they kind of got away with in some of their songs. But yeah, I mean, definitely they wear their influences on their sleeve, and it's a good thing. I mean, it's really cool. So I've been really digging this album. It's only 9 tracks, so it's a little short, but just like from start to end, you know, just all the way through, just solid. Some of my favorite songs on here, the second track, like No Destruction, kind of has this, you know, like a reworking of Velvet Underground with Doug Yule and Lou Reed era, and it kind of has like mixed with like this kind of a Bob Dylan-esque lyrics. You know, just it's a very, very cool song. They have some great melodies and stuff on this album too. Like in the song San Francisco, another one of my favorites on here. It's just like this gorgeous piece of like 60s pop psychedelia, you know, and kind of has his vocal delivery almost kind of is like a Syd Barrett, you know, but it's just a catchy little pop song, and it's just fantastic. I just dig that kind of stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of good songs on here and stuff, so I would definitely check this out. Give it a listen. I'll put some links at the end of the video if you would like to take a listen. But you know, if you're into the sounds of the 60s and 70s, I mean, these guys, like I said, they're like out of a time machine. You know, they're just great, and even like this album artwork, kind of a nice like throwback to the classic garage psychedelic era, you know, and had this hype sticker on here, and if you can read that, it says "Our best album yet" by Foxygen, and what is that? The only real end of the world record out there. I don't know. It's kind of, you know, like the tongue in cheek, you know, putting your own hype sticker on there and stuff. Kind of, I always find that kind of funny when bands do that. But anyway, definitely give this a listen if that sounds like it's up your alley. I really enjoyed it. So anyway, I think that's all for my vinyl update. I hope you guys really enjoyed that. Hopefully it's not too long. I have to edit it down now. So again, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.